Welcome to Yoga with Robin. If you want to grab a mat, we're going to be using a block in today's practice. You can improvise, use a pillow, whatever you have handy. We're out here in my backyard in the beautiful woods, and we're ready to get going. We're going to start off in a comfortable seat, so if you want to find your comfortable seat on the mat, you can sit with your legs crossed, or some people with knee issues, they want to sit like this. You can use that block or pillow under your sits bones, and think about grounding down through those sits bones while you lift up through the crown of your head. If you want to close your eyes, begin to focus on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Relaxing your shoulders as they drift down towards your waist. Your neck is long, your spine is long. Take a moment to set an intention for today's practice. And continue to breathe. When you're ready, bring your palms together, resting your hands here in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale. We're going to start off with Robin's breath. Fill your lungs, and as you exhale, dive your hands forward, rounding your back, stretching out long. Inhale, spread your wings, lift your chin and chest. Your heart is open here. Exhale, dive and round. Inhale, inflate those lungs. Exhale, dive again. On our next inhale, gonna sit up tall, hands to heart. We're gonna try to get our spine warmed up before we get into some standing poses. So drop your left fingertips to the floor. Inhale that right arm overhead, and as you exhale, reach out, stretching your side body. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. And let's reach again. This time, spin your shoulder back. Take a look at the ceiling and breathe. Now on our next exhale, drop those right fingertips to the ground. Inhale that left arm overhead, and exhale, reach, stretching out that side body. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, reach again, stretch out long. Inhale, lift, and one more reach. Spin that shoulder back, take a look at the ceiling, and breathe. On the inhale, come on up. We're gonna do some twists. Gonna get that spine warmed up, moving it in all 6 directions. So bring your hands here in front of your heart. Inhale, lift those arms, and exhale, twist, bringing your hands down. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, twisting. Go ahead and follow the pace of your own breath. Reaching up on that inhale. Exhale, adding that twist. One more twist on the left side. Lift and twist. Now we're going to go ahead and get into table pose or dog pose. And set those blocks aside if you've been using those. Hands are under your shoulder joints, knees are under your hips. Going to think about making a flat surface with your back, lifting your navel to your spine. Your neck is long. Take a moment to check in with your position. And we're going to do a couple cat-cows. On an exhale, round your back. Take a look at your belly. Consider that intention you made when we began our practice. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, your chin and chest. You can wag your tail here a bit. Feels good. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. One more cat, one more cow. And come into neutral table. We're going to do a half circle twist next. So extend that right foot out to the side. You're resting your sole of your foot on the ground. You're going to bring that right hand, place the top of your right hand on the mat behind the left wrist, and on an inhale, brush that mat, reaching up to the sky. On an exhale, thread the needle, bring that right arm under the left. Inhale, lift, reach, lengthen. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, lift, and let's take a couple breaths here. Your eyes can focus on that lifted right hand. Feel that stretch in your right leg. Long line from fingertips of your right hand to the heel of your left. And go ahead and bring that right hand to the mat. Walk your hands up towards your body. You're here on your left knee. The base of this pose is left knee, sole of your right foot. This is Parigasana, gate pose. Inhale, lift that left arm. Exhale, reach, stretching out over that extended leg. Inhale, lift to the sky. Exhale, reach again. Inhale, lift. One more, reach. Spin that shoulder back, take a look at the ceiling, and feel that intense stretch in your side body. Send your breath there. Now go ahead and release. We're going to come back into table pose, setting up to do that whole routine on the other side. This time you're going to extend the left leg out. Sole of your left foot is on the ground. Long spine, your neck is long. Back of the left hand is on the mat behind the right wrist. On an inhale, brush the wrist, or brush the mat with your fingertips, lifting. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, lift, reach up tall. Exhale, thread the needle again. Inhale, lift, and let's take a breath or two here, observing the ceiling, looking at those fingertips, and breathing. Now go ahead and release that left hand to the mat. Walk your hands towards your body. We're going to do gate pose on the other side. So the base of this pose is the sole of that left foot and your right knee. Think about lifting up through that knee up to the crown of your head. Inhale, lift your right arm. Exhale, reach, stretching out that side body. Feels great. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, reach again. Nice stretch. Inhale, lift. And exhale, reach. Now spin that shoulder back. Take a look at the ceiling. And breathe. Now go ahead and release. We're going to come back on our knees. Bring your hands a little bit in front of that shoulder joint. We're going to come into our first down dog of the day. So fingers are spread wide. Before we get up on our toes, let's lift our feet from the ground and do some ankle circles. Get those warmed up, circling both directions. Now curl your toes under. And on an inhale, lift your hips up to the sky. Your heels are reaching for the mat behind you. Your arms are stretched out long. And breathe. On an inhale, let's shift our weight forward, coming into plank pose. Long line from the back of your head to your heels. Think about lifting your navel up to your spine. Your neck is long, not letting your head drop or tilt back, but just keeping that straight line from the back of your head to your heels. Ready for another down dog? On an inhale, press those hips up and back. If you want to alternate bending your knees, walking the dog, this feels fabulous. All right, when you're ready, let's come back into plank pose. lifting those abs up to your spine. One more down dog. Hips up and back. Ah, feels great. Now when you're ready, step this right foot forward. We're going to come into a runner's lunge. Your left toes are curled under. You're allowing your pelvis to drop between your legs here. Your spine is long, neck is long, shoulders are gravitating towards your waist, and you're breathing in this runner's lunge. When you're ready, begin to slowly lower that left knee to the mat. Bring the top of your left foot to the mat. And on an inhale, brush those arms out in front of you, lifting up to the sky in a crescent lunge. Now go ahead and release and grab that block or pillow. You might want to place it underneath your right hip. As you sit back, we're going to come into a hamstring stretch. That right leg is extended. Your foot's flexed. You're sitting up tall. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, hinge at the waist. Folding forward, you can reach for that foot or ankle. Take a look at your knee here and breathe. One final breath here. See if you can go a little deeper. And come on up. We're gonna do the whole thing on the other side. So bring your left foot up to meet the right. Step that right foot back. We're in our runner's lunge. Right toes are curled. Base of this pose are your fingertips and the sole of that left foot and the curled under right toes. Allow your pelvis to sink down low towards the mat. Keep your spine long and continue to breathe. Runner's lunge. When you're ready, begin to gently lower that right knee. Bring the top of the right foot to the mat. Inhale, sweep those arms up and forward into a crescent lunge. Go ahead and release. We're going to do that hamstring stretch again. So begin to sit back towards that left hip. You can use a block under that hip. Sit up tall. Relax those shoulders, long neck, deep breath. As you exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forward. You can reach for your foot or ankle. Keep your neck long. Take a look at that knee. And breathe. Take one last breath here, see if you can sink any lower. And come on up. Let's bring that right foot up to meet the left. Come into standing. Inhale those arms overhead into Tadasana. Our Uttanasana, our back bend mountain pose. Bring your palms together. Press your shoulders towards your waist. You're rooted down through your feet. You're lifting up through the crown of your head. You've got a long spine. Imagine that there's a golden cord running through your spine, coming up out of the crown of your head. You're suspended from the air. Mountain pose. Simple but powerful pose. Let's drop those hands to your side. Turn your palms forward, lifting your heart. Ta-da. Tadasana. Let's go ahead and release. If you want to shake that out, make sure and stay hydrated. Grab a drink if you need one. We're going to do a little moon salutation next. So find your feet hips distance apart, parallel. Inhale those arms overhead, and as you exhale, drop your right arm, stretch out that left side body. Inhale, come on up, reach for the sky. Exhale, drop the left arm. Let that arm hang relaxed. Inhale, come on up. We're going to twist to the right. Put a little bend in that left knee. Look over the right fingertips. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, twist to the left. Take a look over those left fingertips. A V, a back bend. V for victory. Exhale, forward fold. Try to maintain a flat back as long as possible. When you have to round your back, put a little gentle bend in the knees. We're going to brush the mat here, and then we're going to come into jackknife, our flat back pose. Bring your palms to your shins. Reach out through the crown of your head. Press those shoulders through your waist. Flat surface with your back. Now go ahead and exhale, fold forward, put a little bend in this left knee. Inhale, lift the right arm. Enjoy that twist, that stretch of your hip. On an exhale, drop the right arm, little bend in the right knee. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, release. Reverse swan dive, come on up to standing, arms overhead, and hands to heart. Now we're going to do some standing poses. You may want to shake it out. Feels pretty good. This is a fun little sequence that starts off with the Tadasana, does a basic dancer pose. Then we'll come into a warrior one and a humble warrior. So inhale those arms overhead, an Uttanasana, Tadasana. Begin to press your hands down while you lift your right foot. Sometimes I call this the hood ornament pose. It's a modified dancer. Inhale, sweep those arms forward, stepping your right foot forward in a warrior one position. Hips shooting straight ahead, arms lifted, long spine. And on exhale, begin to hinge forward, brushing those hands down and back. Now that you're here, begin to straighten that right leg, coming into a humble warrior. Let's inhale, sweep those arms forward, step your feet together in our Uttanasana. Exhale, begin to fold forward, pressing those hands down and back, lifting the left leg. You may be more balanced on one side than the other. Feel free to grab onto a wall or a table, whatever's handy. Inhale, arms overhead. Warrior one, left foot forward, hips shooting straight ahead. And as we exhale, fold forward, press those hands down, back. Now there's palms are reaching to the ceiling. You're reaching out through the crown of your head, straightening that left leg. Humble warrior. We're going to do this sequence again. So step those feet together. Arms overhead, reaching up tall. Exhale, hinge, lifting the right foot. A balance challenge. Try to keep that spine long. When you're ready, right foot forward, left foot back, warrior one. Take a good deep breath here. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips, reaching out through the crown of your head, straightening that right leg, humble warrior. Inhale, feet together. Now we're going to lift the left leg. Exhale, hinge forward. Modification of a dancer pose. Balance challenge for sure. Make sure and focus your eyes on something that's not moving. Now, let's step that left foot forward, right foot back, arms overhead. Exhale, bend the left knee. And now begin to hinge forward, straightening that left leg, coming into our humble warrior. Now let's go ahead and release. We're going to do another little fun salutation. This one's called Brahma Dandasana, and you may want to use the block for this one. You don't have to, but it raises the earth a little bit for a part when we slap the ground. So you're going to come into a straddle, legs about, or feet about a leg's length apart. Bring your hands here to your heart. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, squat. Inhale, explode up and out. Exhale, hinge. Keep that back flat. Inhale, reach for your breath, and exhale, slap the ground or your block. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms overhead. And hands to heart. We're going to do that a couple more times. Deep inhale here. Exhale, squat. Inhale, up and out. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, reach. You're rounding your back here a bit. Exhale, slap the ground. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms overhead. Deep inhale. Exhale, squat. Inhale, up and out. Exhale, hinge. Reach. Slap. Reverse swan dive. Hands overhead. And hands to heart. Thank you. Brahma Dandasana, the staff of Brahma. We're going to do some Warrior Two stance poses next and hold these for a little while. You're going to want to keep that block handy. We're going to do a half moon pose, and that's a great way to work into that one. So I've got my block here at the front of my mat. I'm going to be using that in a bit. But we're going to start off with the right foot forward, left foot back in a Warrior Two stance. You're going to line up the arch of your left foot with your right heel. Now inhale, sweep those arms out into a T. You may want to take a look at your arms. Make sure they're really a T, not a V or a U or something. When you're ready, on an exhale, bend that right knee looking over your right fingertips in a Warrior Two. Now breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. We're going to hold each one of these power poses for approximately 5 breaths. Our next pose is triangle pose. You can begin to straighten that right leg, rotating your right hand to your ankle or shin, lifting the left arm straight above your head. You've got a long line going from left fingertips to right fingertips. Nice twist of your spine and a stretch of that right inner thigh. Now when you're ready, put a bend in that right knee. You can rest your right arm on that bent leg. Inhale, sweep the left arm forward in lateral angle pose. I'll show you what this looks like from the side. Now when you're ready, we're in this lateral angle pose. I'm going to have you take that right hand and grab your block. Shift your weight to the right foot, right hand. Press into that block, kick back the left leg. Lift the right arm up to the sky. Your hips are stacked, one on top of the other. Your heart is open, you're breathing. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. I'll show you this from the side as well. You can come out of this pose whenever you're ready. Listen to your body. Yoga is a practice of connecting your mind and body, and you want to honor what your body's telling you. That was awesome. It's getting a little warm out here on the porch. I hope you're getting warm where you are as well. We're going to do that sequence again on the left side. So step your left foot forward, right foot back, lining up that left heel, right arch. Think about tucking in your butt and gut here. Imagine that your body's between a couple panes of glass. Don't want to break that. Inhale, sweep your arms out to a T. Exhale, bend that left knee, Warrior Two. Again, we're going to inhale and exhale. approximately 5 times. When you're ready, on an inhale, begin to straighten that left leg, bringing your left fingertips to your ankle or shin, pressing that right shoulder back, enjoying this spinal twist, inner thigh stretch. Don't forget to breathe. Now, let's grab that block. I got my block out of the way. Shift your weight to the left foot, press into that block, lift your right arm. Half moon pose. Go ahead and release. Did I forget lateral angle pose? I did. I left a lateral angle pose out there. If you're doing this on your own, make sure and do that. We're going to do that sequence one more time. I thought that was fairly simple and powerful. So let's step the right foot forward, left foot back. Line up that left arch with your right heel. Sweep those arms out into a T, and on an exhale, bend the right knee, warrior two. When you're ready, triangle pose. Lateral angle. Sweep that left arm forward, and you're going to make a diagonal line from your left fingertips to your left heel, kind of like a slash mark. When you're ready, half moon pose. Grab that block with your right hand, shift your weight to the right foot, right hand or block, lift the left arm, your left foot's behind you, your toes are pointed. Half moon pose. Go ahead and release. Same thing, other side. Left foot forward, right foot back, heel to arch alignment. Inhale, sweeping those arms into a T. Exhale, bending that left knee. Looking over your left fingertips in warrior two. When you're ready, triangle pose. And we're going to hold our lateral angle pose twice as long this time on this side, since I forgot it last time. Continue to breathe. You've got that straight line going from fingertip to fingertip. Okay, let's go ahead and bend this left knee. Rest your arm there. Inhale, sweep the right arm up in that diagonal line. Think about keeping your spine long. Think about that intention that we said at the beginning of practice today. Half moon. Grab that block, shift your weight to the left foot, left hand. Reach that right leg out behind you, reach the right arm up to the sky. Keep your eyes focused on something that's not moving to help maintain balance, known as a drishti. I'm choosing a little spot on the concrete. Point those right toes. Keep that leg engaged. Now let's go ahead and release. Whew, that feels so great. We're going to top off our standing practice with a pose called it's actually a sequence called the Breath of Joy. And you're going to inhale, arms overhead. And then like a conductor, sweep your arms out wide. Swan dive down, reach for the ground. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Your conductor out wide. Forward fold. Inhale those arms overhead. Sweep them out wide. And swan dive down. Let's do this a couple more times. Really get your arms swinging. Put your whole body, heart, mind into this one. Breath of joy. Last one. Now, while we're down here, allow your head to hang. Feel the weight of your upper body, creating some space between those vertebrae. Feel your hamstrings, backs of your legs, softening, lengthening. If you want to clasp your elbows, swing your arms in front of you, kind of shake it out. Now bring those fingertips to the mat. Begin to walk your hands forward. We're in a down dog. Press those heels up and back, and think about there being a rope tied to the middle belt loop of your pants, and that rope is suspending you from space. So you're just lifting up your hips to the sky. Heels are longing for the mat beneath you. Arms are stretched out long. Feels great. Shift that weight forward into plank pose again, long line from the back of your head to your heels. Now bring the tops of your feet to the mat. Allow your pelvis and knees to drop. Lift your chin and chest in up dog. My knees are hovering above the mat. I have contact with the mat with the tops of my feet and my hands. And I'm breathing. I hope you are as well. When you're ready, spread your knees, press your hips back towards your heels, coming into Bhaktasana, devotional pose. You can rest your forehead on the mat here and notice your breath. Inhale, come on up, come to a seat on the back of your mat. I'm going to have you spread your feet about the width of your mat. Your hands are behind you, your fingers are pointing outward. We're going to do a little hip stretch. Going to be windshield wipering our knees. So take a deep inhale here, sitting up tall, long spine. As you exhale, drop your knees to the right, little twist, look over that right shoulder. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, drop the knees to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Fully exhaling. Inhale, back to center, and exhale to the left. Bring your knees back to center. Sit up on your sits bones. We're going to do a little boat pose today. So think about grounding down through those sits bones, lifting up through the crown of your head, relaxing those shoulders, and begin to tip back. You can use your arms here to your sides as you balance on those sits bones. Try to reach your toes to the sky here. No shame in holding onto the back of your legs if you need to. Floating your boat. If you want to play around with it, do some scissors, whatever your body's asking for today. Whenever you're ready, you can hold that as long as you'd like. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat, and we're going to roll back one vertebrae at a time. Imagine your spine being a bicycle chain, and gonna take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, roll back one length of that chain. Take another breath, roll back another. Just slowly releasing your spine to the mat, using your abs to slow down the movement. When you reach a point where you feel like you can't keep your feet on the ground, you can hang on to the back of your legs. Sometimes I have a large cat sit on my feet. He's not available right now. So go ahead and release all the way down. Roll those shoulders blades back, making a nice flat surface for your back. Now we've been using a block a lot lately, so have that block handy. You're gonna need it again. We're gonna do our bridge pose. So the base of this pose is the soles of your feet, your shoulder blades, and the backs of your arms. So on an inhale, we're gonna lift our pelvis. My arms are bent, my fingers are in jazz hands. On an exhale, I'm dipping my butt back to the mat. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, tapping the mat gently. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Just follow the pace of your own breath. We'll do this a couple more times. Now next time your bridge is lifted, let's hold it here. Really think about grounding down through the backs of those arms, through the soles of your feet, through the back of your head, through your shoulder blades. Your glutes are engaged, working overtime, keeping this bridge lifted. Now's the time for the block. If you want to grab that block, slide it under your hips, gently lower down to the block. Your knees are pointed to the sky, soles of your feet are grounded to the mat. Your palms are open, your heart is open. Continue to breathe. Ready, you can slide that block out from underneath you. Gently lower your hips to the mat, and on an inhale, hug your knees to your chest. On an exhale, lift your chin to your knees. Inhale, release that head to the mat and cup your knees with your fingertips. Begin to draw some circles with your knees. They can be big circles or little circles, whatever your body's asking for today. Now change the direction of those circles. Almost feels like swimming move. Now, knees to your chest. We're going to come to stillness, extend those arms to a T. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, drop your knees to the right side. Take a look over that left shoulder in a reclined twist. Now it might feel good to have a block between your knees here. Feel free to use that. When you look over your left fingertips, you're creating this spiral with your spine. On an inhale, roll back to center, completely fill your lungs. And exhale, roll those knees to the left, take a look over the right shoulder. Pull back to center. Place the soles of your feet on the mat and cross this right ankle over your left leg. We're going to do a reclined pigeon pose here. So when you're ready, you can grab between your legs, grab a hold of that left leg, pulling it into your chest. Flex your right foot. Allow the left foot to just hang there relaxed. And you can press your right elbow into that right thigh to intensify the stretch. A reclined pigeon pose. Stretching out that hip flexor. When you're ready, release the left foot to the mat, bring the right foot alongside it. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, crossing that left ankle over the right leg. When you're ready, reach between your legs, grab a hold of that right leg, pulling it into your chest, flexing that left foot, pressing into that left thigh with your left elbow. If that feels good to you, but listen to your body. Great pose to do before you get out of bed in the morning if you ever suffer with sciatic pain. You can release the right foot, bring the left foot alongside it. Extend your legs out in front of you, reach your arms overhead, stretching out long, lengthening those muscles, engaging them. Now drop your hands to your side and begin to relax. Consciously relax every muscle in your body. Let go of any tension you've been holding on to. Feel that relaxation begin at the crown of your head and feel it drip down over your scalp, your forehead. Feel your face and jaw begin to relax, release, and let go. The muscles in your neck are soft and relaxed. Your neck is long. Your shoulders have gravitated towards your waist. Any tension in your upper back has been released. Your biceps, your triceps, forearms and hands are all open, soft. The back of your heels, your calves, your glutes are melting into the mat beneath you while your legs are relaxed. Your toes, the soles of your feet. Feel your belly rising and falling with your breath. If you want to place your hands on your belly to connect with that breath, feel free to do that now. Your heart is lifted. Find gratitude in your heart for everything your body's done for you so far today. so much for practicing yoga with me today. Namaste.
Namaste.